Most people think palm oil is just for cooking. What they don't know is that it is one of Nigerians' oldest and most profitable wealth building industries. From timing to storage and aggregators, of course, pricing strategies as well. I will walk you through it all, so let's go. You're welcome again to our Smart Money Move series. And this is another topic or subject or title I'm so excited to share with you. And as a fellow Nigerian, I'm sure that quite a number of people that are stuck in jobs they don't like or things they don't want to do probably overlook this particular kind of business. And I'm going to share with you how interesting and profitable this business is. It is a cash cow many Nigerians overlook. And I have a lot of oldies doing this business quietly and cashing out. All right. And today's topic is how to turn palm oil into a 1 million naira investment. Palm oil has built quiet fortunes in Nigeria, but most people miss the money because they don't understand the strategy. They don't see it as something profitable, maybe because it's oil, just different perceptions really, or maybe they feel it's too stressful. But I'm going to take you through it today, and then you can now decide at the end of the day if this is something you would like to go into by yourself or with a group of friends or with a family member or whichever way, or have someone doing it for you while you oversee what is being done, even if you don't want to be directly involved. So in this video, I'll break down how you can turn this kitchen essential into a real investment. And my name remains Dr. Ishama Elora Ona, and my name, well, most people call me Dr. Ish. I will be taking you through this financial smart money move. And yes, our series, as usual, talks to how you can build wealth for yourself over time. Now, why does palm oil still print money? This is a very age-old business that so many people have been doing, yet is still ignored. Because palm oil business is sufficient, right? It's a daily household demand. I doubt if there's any home right now. I mean, I could go get myself, show you my own bottle of palm oil. There is no home in Nigeria that does not have a bottle of palm oil. We use it to cook and eat so many delicacies, from the going beans to the egusi soup and all whatnot. It has seasonal price spikes, and the storage is simple. It's almost like a dollar investment. Trust me, you can't go wrong if you do it the right way. And like I always say, start small so that your risk can be small, and with time, you can now spread your wings and scale up. Because this isn't about starting a farm. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying go and start buying the palm nut and start having a farm, a palm oil farm for yourself. That's not what I'm saying. It's about using market cycles to buy and hold the palm oil for resale. You have to understand the cycle of plenty and the cycle of scarcity. That is what you are going to use to enjoy this business. When it is in low demand and when it is in high demand. So it's when it's in high demand year round and the price is nearly double in scarcity season, that is when you can now, enjoy the dividends of your labor over time. Now, there are three key ways to profit. First, you have to buy in bulk, and then later you sell it. The second is you have to invest in cold or safe storage. And the third is that you have to partner with those already in the business, just like real estate ventures. And this is why step one is buy at the right time. And what is this right time? Buy palm oil post-harvest, which is between the month of May to July, May, June, July. This is when the prices drop due to supply glut. The tip here is to lock in large volumes before Q4 demand kicks in. If you do not have too much money, please buy what you can afford. And if you choose to take a loan for it, well, it's a good one, but just make sure that the risk is something that you can contain. Step two is to store smart. Storage makes or breaks your return on investment. Please take good note of this. Use airtight containers. Avoid moisture and direct heat on your product because it reduces the quality of the oil. The tip here is to partner with insured warehouses and operators in your areas that are already warehousing for other palm oil traders, so they can also advise you on the best way. They already have the experience. So you don't want to take a risk of taking it to a warehouse that has no idea on how to store palm oil. Then the step 3 is to sell at peak price. Reselling should only be done in quarter 4. Some people sell before quarter 4, but from experience, you resell in quarter 4 for up to 50% return on investment, which is between the month of October to November. Okay, remember I said you buy during the month of May, June, July, and then you resell in quarter 4 to get up to 50% return on investment, which is during the month of October to November. The peak season being October to December, which you can still stretch it from November and sell to December, which is basically the reason behind that is because of the festive period and then demand for export. So the tip here is to package in smaller volumes for higher margins. So if you buy in bulk, then repackage them in smaller volumes so that you can also make, real good returns from those smaller packages. Now, another step is to find trusted aggregators. So you have to source and then you have to sell securely. So you have to work with farmer cooperatives, look for cooperatives, farmer cooperatives. If you have somebody that you already know, maybe you are referred to based on trust or whatever, that is all well and good. But I would recommend their cooperatives. Farmers have their cooperatives so that if the deal goes wrong, you have somebody you can hold by the throat for a refund or whatever. We're not praying for that. But farmer cooperatives is the best way because they're usually properly registered and recognized, and practically everybody knows everybody. So from there, you now get bulk suppliers and then expert brokers. Those are the 3 categories of people you will need to be working with. So what you need to do is to request for samples and certification before bulk buys. Make sure they are properly registered with the required bodies and associations and cooperatives. Do your research, do your homework, do your KYC before you start investing in huge amounts. Please, you need to be very careful because there are quite a number of scammers out there, especially when they know you do not have experience in this particular business. Know the risk. Do your research. Any kind of business you are going to, even no matter how profitable it is, no matter how small you are starting with, I mean, losing 1 naira is a big deal. Losing 10 naira is whatever amount you lose in any business is painful to anybody going in any business. Whenever you lose money, it's not something to be happy about. So do your research. Just don't jump in. Have discussions with people that have also been in the business before you, and go online. Now, not all information online is true or real, but when you do that, go to as many resources as possible to do your homework. So you need to watch out for this because there are some certain risks to every business. Spoilage from poor storage, which is why I said you have to do your research on your warehouses. Warehouses are already storing the same palm oil. It should be your first point of call. Those are the first places you go because they will have more experience in how to make sure they store your product for you. Now, understand that sharp price drops if the market is flooded. That most times will end up being out of your control. Then another risk is untrustworthy suppliers. So, which is why I said check out business registration, check out reference, go online, do your research on them. Character is very important, and stay away from credit facilities. Make sure that the quality of what they are giving you somehow is of, you have to do your research on the quality. So, or else you will also lose on your ROI. You may get people to buy from you, but you will lose out on your returns on investment. And always ensure your products. Use contracts. Don't buy based on trust. Please don't make that mistake. Make sure that you are insured and they are insured as well. Do your research. Go and meet insurance brokers. They will tell you what to do to insure you against loss. It is very important. Ensure against fire, ensure against theft, as many insurances as you can possibly get. Now, this will reduce your ROI, but trust me, at the end of the day, you will not regret this decision. Use contracts. Like I said, when you're getting into business, don't just trust lip service only. Ensure that contracts are signed so that if anybody goes back on contract, you would know the proper action to take. And make sure you also, put your own part in order so that nobody comes for you. So how much capital do you need? Start small. I always say that, start small. So at the end of the day, once you understand the game, understand the risk, then you can start scaling from there. 200 to 500K entry-level drone resale, and then 500K to 1 million naira is an aggregator or B2B supply level, and then 2 million plus, can help you with storage and regional distribution. It's a big business, very profitable. These are just aggregates. Do your own research. You could go less than this or less or higher than this, but these are just figures to guide you so that you can have an idea. Palm oil is a system. Treat palm oil like a business, not a hustle. The 3 key attitudes for you to imbibe here are capital discipline. Once you start making your profit, you can always reinvest in the business. It has a very, very good ROI if you make sure you are financially disciplined and you make sure you dot all your I's and cross your T's. Make sure you also take note of the market. Make sure you also take note of the market timing. Make sure you also take note of the market timing is very, very important, and know when to strategically exit if you feel it is going bad. This is really, really very important. Very important for you. You need to be on top of your game. Don't just leave it for anybody. Don't leave it for anybody. Please do your research and make sure all the necessary contracts are signed, and you start small. You don't need to start with 2 million naira or 10 million naira. Start small, understand the business before you start scaling up. Palm oil is not just food. It's a hidden asset class, and if you've got capital, excellent. This is one of the smartest ways to flip it. So subscribe to grab your profit-free guide below, or any other advice you need on the palm oil business, and join the Money Wise tribe. You have to download the guide in the description. But then again, if you have any other question, please let me know and drop your comments in the comment section, or DM me palm oil on YouTube or Instagram or any other social media platform if you want to have a one-on-one conversation with me.
Smart investors understand something. Money follows demands. If you want more information or even a full guide on this palm oil investment, drop a comment below. Subscribe for more purpose-driven money moves every week.